The Syrian Army has announced a 15-day extension to its ceasefire with the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces. An initial 4-day truce ended in northern Syria just over 3 hours ago. When that expired, the SDF was meant to fully integrate international institutions. The group had said it was committed to that agreement. The Syrian Army retook large areas of northeast Syria from the Kurdish-led group over the past week. Ayman Oghanna is live for us in Damascus. And Ayman, the ceasefire has extended. What more do we know about it?
Yes, well, there's relief in Syria tonight after this fragile ceasefire between the Kurdish-led SDF and government forces has been extended by 15 days. The Syrian Ministry of Defense said that it's issuing this extension to help the American effort to transfer ISIL prisoners from Syria to Iraq. Now, the fate of ISIL prisoners in Syria has been a huge concern for Washington. On Wednesday, CENTCOM, US Central Command, announced that they transferred 120 ISIL prisoners from Syria to secure locations in Iraq. So there's been some relief in Washington on that matter, but there's still, while this ceasefire is welcome in Syria, there's still a lot of concern because the central issue that has caused the fighting between the SDF and the government hasn't been resolved. And that issue is the issue of integration, integrating SDF fighters and civil institutions into government state institutions. Now, since the fall of Assad, this has been the biggest question and threat to Syrian national unity. And we've had more than a year to integrate the SDF. Back in March, a so-called historic deal was made between the SDF and the government, which would see the SDF integrate its some 10,000 fighters under government control. Now, there was 8 months to implement that deal by the end of March 2025, and that obviously passed, and it led to fighting between the two sides, and it remains unresolved. So while this ceasefire is welcome, there's still a number of issues that have not been answered yet, namely the transfer of ISIL prisoners, which the US wants to transfer up to 7,000, and also the failure to integrate the SDF.
You talk about the failure to integrate over the past 8 months, and there is, of course, the outstanding and obvious issue that there are still some Kurdish strongholds that are yet to be determined as to how they fall under this recent offensive, and they are surrounded by government forces. How much concern is there that there will be a reigniting of clashes and of some kind of violence? My apologies. It seems we've temporarily lost our connection to Ayman Oghanna there. He's in Damascus following the ceasefire that's been extended in Syria.